So maybe you had a hard time crawling out of bed today. Maybe because, you stood up late last night watching TV, or maybe it's because of this that you see on your screen. The cedar and the mold pollen count that's in the air. It is not good. It's high. When it comes to cedar, and mold is low, but even just the smallest trace of mold, I think, has a lot of people suffering. Combine them two, and you're in for a whole lot of trouble. The last couple of days, the cedar count has doubled. So joining us in studio today to talk about the allergy outlook is Dr. Douglas Barstow. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. I think so many people suffer from this, and just during the break, I was asking you, if I wasn't allergic to cedar or to mold last year, can I develop that allergy throughout time?
You can. In fact, nobody is born with their allergies. Everybody develops them over time.
Okay. So it's only a matter of time before you become allergic to something that you see on the pollen count.
If you have that potential to develop allergies.
Okay.
Some people, it's not in their genes to get allergies.
There are actually some people in Central Texas who are not allergic to anything that we see on the pollen count.
There are some people who never develop any allergies, but in Central Texas, it seems a lot of people get a lot more allergies.
It does. And is it worse this season than it was last, or is it just kind of the same?
The past couple of seasons have been big seasons for cedar pollen, maybe because we've gotten a little bit more rain.
Right.
So, but in general, pretty much every year, it gets people.
How do I know that I'm not just suffering from a cold, the common cold? I have two kids, bring home germs all the time.
Right.
How do I know it's not that compared to what I'm seeing on the screen right here, cedar trees?
Sometimes it's tough to sort it out, but there are a few clues. If you have a cold, then sometimes you'll develop fever very early and very rapidly, in the course of the condition. If you've been around a bunch of sick people, if you've been traveling over the holidays and you've been flying on airplanes, then maybe you've been exposed to viruses that can cause you to have a cold.
Right.
So you can have some clues that way. On the other hand, it can feel just like cedar allergy, which is why we call it cedar fever. So now if it lasts more than a couple of weeks, maybe it's an allergy and not a cold. A cold typically only lasts a couple of weeks. So if you're feeling like you're having a cold the entire month of January, it's probably not a cold.
And that is common for somebody who suffers from cedar fever, is that I'm going to feel like this for weeks and weeks on end unless I do something?
That's correct. Usually it lasts quite a bit longer.
Okay, so drops, shots, and over-the-counter medicines. When is it too late, and when do I start now?
Currently, it is too late this year to start allergy drops or allergy shots for cedar fever.
Okay.
However, for next year, you might be able to get ahead of the season.
Okay.
Now, you can start medicines right now, and there are several different over-the-counter options for medicines that people usually start with.
Okay. The drops and the shots, I know I'm running out of time here, and we'll go to weather, but what is the difference? Which one do you recommend?
It depends on what you're allergic to, how much stuff you're allergic to, and whether or not you can make it in for an allergy shot. If you're allergic to too many things at the same time, then allergy drops become ineffective and they don't work anymore.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now if you have a lot of allergies to a lot of different things, allergy shots can treat all of them at the same time. So it kind of depends on what you're allergic to and how allergic you are to them.
And that is why your allergy count is so important every single morning to us right here in Central Texas. I appreciate your time. I know you're busy this time of year.